Hey guys, it's Riley, or else Thrifted, over on Instagram and Poshmark, and today we are going thrifting at Goodwill. So I just shipped my packages and got some lunch from McDonald's because McDonald's is delicious. And now I think I'm gonna go thrifting for an hour and a half. I say that, but who knows. I put myself on a budget this month. I've been doing good, so I'm trying not to spend too much today. I'm trying not to buy too much today because I'm really working on my death pile right now. But you know, sometimes you just need to go thrifting. So, let's go. We're here and it looks super busy. I remember the days when the parking lot used to be empty. So the first thing I did when I got into the store was check out the swimsuit section because they just put it out. They have had it away for winter, so I thought I might find a few good swimsuits that they had been storing for summer. And I did find a few, but not a lot. So here we're just flipping through looking at tags. And I actually kind of hate going through swimsuits because it's hard to look at the tags. It's hard when they're clipped like that to find the tag. And I sped up the footage because there's not a whole lot to see. What is this? No tag swimsuit. And here's an Aerie one piece I was looking at. It was $7 and I wouldn't pay $7 to resell, but I was trying to figure out if I liked it for myself. This is Becca. It's an okay swimwear brand sold at Nordstrom, but those were $7 for new tag bottoms, and the bottoms by themselves without a top wouldn't sell for much more than maybe like $15 new tags. This was a surprise. With the swimsuits, I found these Thinks, is that it? Specs by Thinks underwear. These are the period underwear that you don't have to wear anything with. I see these on Instagram a lot, and they were $7, but they were new with tags, and they were a 2X, and as you can see here, comps are about 25, and for 2X, I figured I could new tags, hopefully get about 25, and it's not a big profit, but hopefully a fast profit. Those things people want to try out, and they don't want to pay full price for. So we'll see how those do. Here, still looking at swimsuits. Those were Land's End. I'll grab those at the bins because they'll sell for like $10 on Poshmark, but not for whatever that was, like $7 at Goodwill. Goodwill has raised the prices on their swimsuits, which is super annoying. This swimsuit I was looking at, I've seen this listed on Poshmark before. Here are some comps. Red Carter swimsuits. I don't know, it might be like a Revolve brand, but I just didn't like the style of it. I didn't like the chevron, so I didn't grab it. These are all swimsuits I had found and didn't show. So these are called Banana Moon. I thought it looked like it could be expensive, but it was expensive. I think the set retailed for close to 100, but a sold comp was 13, so I left it. That just looked like a nice tag, swimsuit tag, and it didn't end up being anything. This, I think I had seen the brand before, Athena, but wasn't worth paying $7 for. These I'd probably all pick up at the bins, but not paying $7 at Goodwill. This was a good one. Here are some comps here for plus size swimsuits, and it was new with partial tag, but I realized it was $10, and I was not going to pay $10 for that. I saw this peeking out. It is a Free People New Romantics. Is that what it's? Yeah, that's what it's called. Shirt, and this is old now. This is a label, I don't know, from maybe almost 10 years ago, so I just thought I would show it. I grabbed this polo for myself, because who doesn't need a great polo? And then here's a men's shirt. So I wandered into the men's section actually while I was waiting for a new rack to come out, and I was like, that looks interesting, and Goodwill thought it looked interesting too, and put $15 on it, so I didn't even bother looking it up. There's the rack I wandered into the men's to look through, because I was waiting for someone to leave, and on that rack I found this Shades and Shore swimsuit top. I paid $5 for this, but hopefully it will sell for $25 to $30. Comps are really good on these pieces, but this is just a basic black swimsuit, so I don't know exactly what to expect. And here we are going through some dresses. There wasn't a whole lot of good stuff on the racks. A lot of what I found was coming off of new racks. And here was a half off J. Crew factory dress. I wouldn't have picked up anyway, but there were a bunch of stains on it. This was funny, so I found this dress. Oh, and then I found it in another size. And oh, wait a second. There is another one. Someone really loved this dress. I found this Garnet Hill piece, and it was half off in an XL, and Garnet Hill does okay for me, and I was bummed these Garnet Hill pieces were not half off. They were $7. There was this one. The reason I wanted them was they were plus size. That also makes them a little more desirable. That one was an 18, but also not half off. I totally would have picked them up half off, but I didn't really want to pay $7. I don't think I'd get much more than $25 for those pieces, but I did pick up the one that was half off. That was a super old Eliza J tag. I'd never seen one that old before, actually, until also today. I was out today thrifting and I saw one just as old as that one, which is funny. Again, not really finding very much on the racks. I really did find most of my stuff on racks that were coming out, but I did find this piece, Tyler Bowie. I've heard other resellers talk about this brand. I think it retails for a good amount. I've never sold it before, but here are some sold comps. And this piece was an XL and a 100% silk dress, so I decided to give it a try and see how it does. The tag looks a little old, and the style does as well, but again, I've never sold it. I was disappointed at this piece. This is TNA Aritzia Romper. It was new with tags for $35, and since it was new with tags, they decided to charge $8 for it, which it just really wasn't worth $8. If it was $4 half off, I would have picked it up, but it was a pretty simple piece, so I didn't grab it. I found this vintage piece, which I really liked, but did end up leaving behind due to stains. If you did not know, I have opened a vintage booth. I opened it back in December, and so I do look for vintage clothes from my booth. Vintage I would pick up in the past to sell on Poshmark, but not as often as I will grab it now for my booth, because vintage clothes tend to sell well for me in my booth. This is Classiques Entier, and I don't sell this brand. I've heard people say it does not have a great resale value, even though it did used to retail high, and if you guys have ever sold it or can sell it, well, please let me know. I usually pass on it. I did find a few more pieces that you will see later in the video. And LuLaRoe. It's always funny to see LuLaRoe at the thrift stores now. Like every single time I go, I see it. I don't know if I've gone without seeing it recently. Super old Mage dress, $7. Not even worth looking up. That was just so old. Not cute either. Some of the older cute pieces can do well, but that was ugly. Urban Outfitters, I would have picked it up if it were cheaper. I was like, oh, finally a good find. We the Free top, and oh, it's $20. And I was like, wait, this has to be new with tags if they want 20. It wasn't even new with tags. They just decided that piece was worth $20 for some reason. And so here's what my cart looks like after I went through the dresses. But I end up putting most of that back. It was a lot of vintage dresses I decided I didn't want. Not good vintage, like 80s and 90s vintage, but not like cute 90s and 80s vintage doesn't sell well for me. I went through the blazers, and this is a Nick and Zoe piece new with tag from Stitch Picks, and it was $10. I would have picked it up for like $5 or $6, but I didn't want to pay $10 for it. This piece I just thought was interesting because it said sample on it, and I never come across sample pieces at the thrift store. The reason I'm going through blazers is I kind of figured nobody would have gone through blazers, but it was pretty dry. So now I'm going through skirts, and I never go through skirts. Effie's Heart, this brand I think is sometimes sold at ModCloth, and it can do well, but I did leave that skirt behind because it was pretty basic. This is a vintage skirt I picked up for my booth, and there was another one that was really similar that I grabbed for myself. This was a J. Crew pencil skirt that was half off. You'll see it later. I'll tell you guys about the skirts later. Then on a new rack, I found this Reformation jean shirt, new with tags, and it was $6, and I almost left it behind because I was like, $6 for a shirt that's gonna sell for like 20, but I mean, who am I to leave new with tag Reformation behind? That is a by Anthropologie piece, and since it has Anthropologie on it, they put $20 on it, even though it wasn't new with tags. That has been the theme at Goodwill recently. If it's marked as Anthropologie, they'll put a crap ton on it. And I found this Rebecca Taylor dress, and Rebecca Taylor's not my favorite brand to sell, but I pulled it out to look at it. It was $8, so they knew it was a little more expensive, but I did leave this behind due to flaws. Also, I didn't really like the style that much. Continuing, oh, this is a new rack, by the way, so this is stuff that just came out, and oh my god, Alexander Wang. I've never found Alexander Wang before. It was marked at $8, so again, they didn't price it at the dress price of $6.99, so I don't know, but I put that thing in my cart as fast as I could, because you're not actually supposed to be looking through the new racks right now. Since COVID, they've made that a rule. Oh, guys, I found the Celine Paris fake purse, and for about 30 seconds I was super excited, and it was pretty fake, so that was a big fat bummer. That's where I found it. I just found it sitting there next to a new rack. I was like, that's honestly kind of what gave me a clue. That means someone was carrying it around and decided not to buy it and just stuck it somewhere. And so I did some research. I looked at it. I could feel, like, I was like, oh, this has to be fake. It doesn't feel real. And I came to the conclusion it was fake. So I left that behind. Again, I'm still at this point, I think I was looking for a date code. But off the new rack, I did find this expensive swimsuit that I had never heard of before. But guys, swimsuits are often worth going through because could usually find an expensive one or two. And here are the retail of these. So here are these new racks that I'm getting lots of my finds off of. Now you can see my cart's getting pretty full with new rack finds. This is a Sundance silk shirt that I decided to grab. And here is a Classiques Entier skirt. This was half off. Yellow was half off. So I was debating on it. Like, oh, should I try it out? Should I try it out? I didn't. I just can't bring myself to buy it. And now we're fast forwarding the footage of skirts. because I didn't find any. And then now we're going through athletic pants, and it's funny, there were 3 LuLaRoe athletic pants in a row. I remember the day when I would get excited to find LuLaRoe, and now it just reminds me that I have a pile of LuLaRoe in my basement that I need to do something with, and I just like to pretend it's not there and doesn't exist. So again, the new racks really saved the day, because on these racks I was finding nothing. It was a big fat bummer, and I was getting bored. I looked up these because I'd never heard of them before, but they were nothing. And I found these Onzy leggings, and these can be good, but these ones were $6. They were cropped, they had some pilling, and really they wouldn't have sold for more than $20 or $25, so left those behind. And I guess we're fast forwarding footage again because there's nothing worth showing you. I'm just showing you that I'm going through all this crap. We all have to go through a bunch of crap. Here, I've heard of these before. Tretorn, is that what those are called? I looked up comps. They weren't selling for much more than 20 bucks, so I left them behind. And those were beat up, and I was like, Goodwill, why did you put $13 on these? I'd love to know. Are they worth money? These are Clarks that at one point I would have paid $5 for, but I won't pay more than that, which they had a marked higher. I loved this vintage, like, candy dish. It was $3. I would love to put it in my booth, but glass pieces just don't sell that well for me in my booth, even though I love them. So I wandered into the hard goods just slightly because I don't really need any. And these are all, like, 80s Avon bathroom products, I don't know. And they can be fun to look at, but really no resale value there either. Then I found this mug. I grabbed this Sagittarius mug for my booth because people love their zodiac sign. And this was an anthropology mug. I considered buying for Poshmark, but it was $1 and it wouldn't have really sold for more than 12. So I did leave that behind. I might have grabbed it for 50 cents. And now we're going through some jeans, and I found these Miss Me's. I've never picked up Miss Me's before. They were marked at $8, and I know Miss Me's can sell well, and these ones were actually in good shape, but I still left them behind because I personally hate them, and I just didn't want them. I grabbed these Zara pants for myself, and I actually wore them the other day without realizing there's a hole in the seam. Luckily, it's going to be easy for me to fix. And there was a Winnie the Pooh shirt, which I will talk more about later. So now I went through like the whole pant section. Oh, these are Simply. I've never found this brand before, or maybe I have and didn't know it was worth anything, but I grabbed them this time, so we'll see how those do because I think comps on these are like over $30. So I did pick those up, but as I was saying, I went through like the whole colored pants section and really only walked away with like 3 pairs maybe of pants, and that was kind of a bummer because usually, I mean, there are sections I'll check, like when dresses aren't doing well. That's like how I can see if it's going to be a good day. If the dresses are terrible, I know I'm not going to find very much. This brand, have you guys seen this before? I've been coming across these all the time. I think they're probably like cheap Zaful pants or something, but they're like fleece lined and have that little cat patch on them. I don't know. I really hope you guys enjoy looking at this fast forward of me going through crap pants. Oh my gosh, I got so excited when I found these. Like, I'm doing a little happy dance. Yes, Everlane, woo, woo, woo. They're like $8. I was like, whatever, I'll pay it. And I almost put them in my cart. I'm like, gotta check the back. Oh, wait a second. How did those even get put out on the floor? Please, Goodwill, what is going on? So, do you see that tag peeking through there? I saw it when I was going through the pants. And I was like, gotta get there. Gotta see what those are. But also, I can't skip the things in front of them. And they were Madewell. I saw the Madewell tag and I was like, I knew they were gonna be a little more expensive. It's an older tag. They're distressed and they were skinny and they were cute. Oh my gosh, I'll get back to those. That's the Celine bag. Somebody picked it up and was carrying it around. So I was like, bye there. And this is their new curated vintage finds section. And so things are expensive there. Oh, I guess we're in the haul now. So I never get back to the Madewell pants. Okay, well, I didn't get them. So this is an Eloquii sweater that I found, and it was only $4, and that is what things were priced at like a year and a half ago. But now I'm surprised this wasn't $7. Like, that was a huge surprise. That made me very happy I found that for only $4. I wonder if they thought it was a kid's. This is a Free People dress. This is a very classic style of Free People. It's older. I actually wore this dress in green to my high school graduation in 2018, and it was old then, but I did decide to pick that up anyway for $7. It was not priced up, surprisingly. These are a pair of J. Crew Mercantile, which is, for a while they were using that as their factory line. I grabbed those for $4. They are half off and gave them to my mom. Let's see, what's next? Oh my gosh, that is what this brand is. It's a leg and look brand. Very like oversized boho-y kind of look, but not like trendy boho. Kind of like hippie boho. So those were $6. They probably won't sell for much more than $25, but I think they'll move fast, hopefully, fingers crossed. So I bought this polo to wear with a sweater I found behind it, but it's too big for me, and I knew that when I bought it. See, I got that to wear underneath that sweater, but it looks terrible because it's too big on me, so I don't know what I'm going to do with it, because I don't really want to list it on Poshmark, but we'll see. Here is the Sundance shirt, and this was only priced at $5, which is what it would have been priced at when things weren't expensive, and so I'm surprised it's only $5, so I did grab that though. And next up is the Alexander Wang piece, and it's like a tunic dress. It depends how you want to wear it, and I'm assuming it's probably an older piece, but I was excited to find it nonetheless, and I haven't actually done any comps or anything on it. I didn't, and why would I? I would always pay $8 for Alexander Wang. Not even like T. Alexander Wang. That's like Alexander Wang, Alexander Wang. Here is the expensive swimsuit. I don't know how to say the brand. I'll show you. I'm assuming it's a one piece. One pieces tend to do better than single pieces. Miko. So look out for that brand. That seemed to be a good brand. And I did pay $7 for it, and hopefully it pays off. These were XCVI, another sort of leg and look brand. These are joggers, and I picked these up for half off. I got them at $3 because pants are now $6 instead of $5. Yes, I'm just going to complain about Goodwill prices for the rest of my life. These are the Simply pants I already showed you. They got a cuff detail at the bottom, and I guess they're made in Canada. I don't really know very much about the brand, but I was excited to find it and try it out. Here is a pair of Anthropologie Pilcrow in the letterpress. So these did have Anthropologie marked on them, but they weren't marked up, luckily, and they were actually half off. There's a little flaw to the stitching there, but it's on the inside, and so I was okay with it. And for $3, I was like, what the heck, I'll grab them. Funny story, last week I discovered all my workout leggings are see-through, so luckily I found a few pairs, or a couple, at Goodwill for myself. I found these Lucy high-rise workout leggings that were half off, and these Victoria's Secret cropped workout leggings that were not half off, they were $8. These ones I've already worn, and I like them a lot, so that's great. I've yet to try the Lucy ones, but I'm sure they'll work out fine. I found these Mage Trousers, expensive, like high-end, I don't know, I don't want to call these designer because it's not like Alexander Wang or Dior or anything, but it's expensive. These are probably like $300, and so that was exciting. These are the period underwear I was told you about in the beginning, and there's the sweater I got for myself, and the shades and shore bikini top. Again, don't know how that's going to do because it's kind of basic, but we'll find out. That is the Garnet Hill dress. You have already seen that I picked up for half off at $3.50, and the Tyler Bowie silk dress that I have already showed you as well. Moving on from that, I grabbed this vintage, this vintage homemade 70s dress, 60s, 70s dress, I think probably 70s. Well, maybe. I don't know. Tell me what you think from my booth. And I actually priced it at like $40 because those types of dresses do very well. Here is a Midi 90s button front skirt. Grabbed that one for myself. This one is from the same brand, but it's a maxi, and I grabbed that one to put in my booth. And these were Anthropologie Pilcrow in the letterpress jeans. So Pilcrow doesn't do that well for me anymore, but these are newer, just like the other ones, because they say by Anthropologie on them. So they're within the last few years, and they're cute, so I did pick them up. And there are these Zara trousers that I picked up for myself that I need to fix a little hole in, but it won't be a big issue. Moving on from the Zara Pants, I grabbed this J. Crew pencil skirt. It was half off. Oh, and the Reformation top. Alrighty guys, I finished up. Remember when I said I was going to be here for like an hour and a half? Yeah, I was here for almost 4.5 hours. I don't know who I was kidding. It's already getting dark out. I had other stuff to do today, and I stayed this whole time at one thrift store, and I did okay. I mean, you guys saw what I got. I wasn't blown away, but I got some half-price items, and I did okay. I wish I'd found that stuff in like 2 hours instead of 4, but I went through a lot more sections than I usually do. Well, that's it for today's video. I gotta get home and probably list some stuff. And as I talked about with my leggings, I'm gonna try out a new pair of leggings at the gym tonight. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like reseller content, feel free to subscribe for more videos and give this video a like if you liked it. Bye guys.